Is it possible to make water solid by simply compressing it mechanically? I am almost certain that the solid state of water is associated with ice only. This is a state of aggregation that occurs as a result of cooling a physical system to a low temperature. From the point of view of thermodynamics, particles have so-called thermal energy. As you may remember from a physics course, it is a measure of particle motion. While the temperature is high and there is a lot of energy, the particles are highly mobile. In this case, the characteristic state of aggregation will be either gas or liquid. They are characterized by a chaotic position of the particles, which is manifested due to the high mobility of the system's elements. When the temperature drops, the particles begin to slowly stop. At a temperature close to the formation of a solid state of aggregation, the particles freeze and become ordered. It turns out that water essentially freezes due to a decrease in the intensity of particle oscillations, which is mainly associated with heat removal, less intensity, the appearance of stable ordered matter. Particles line up in some patterns, forming crystal lattices. In our case, these will be ice crystals. Ice crystals can be illustrated by a standard diagram that you have probably seen. It consists of balls ranged in the correct order and imaginary bonds that illustrate the interactions between atoms. In this case, ordering is a consequence of the gradual cessation of particle movement. It would not be a mistake to say that the system acquired this form only due to a decrease in temperature, which resulted in a decrease in thermal energy and a subsequent slowdown of the system. Let's imagine that the particles that form the crystalline material are balls scattered on the floor or collected in a cup. Until we reach quantum levels, such comparisons are more than appropriate because classical mechanics continues to work. Let's take this cup with balls and start squeezing. The balls inside the cup will begin to try to arrange themselves in some convenient sequence. Somewhere they will occupy the voids between other balls. Somewhere they will achieve an optimal mutual arrangement taking into account all the forces acting in the system. In fact, this is the ordering of the system. The balls will be redistributed so that they form a practically uniform structure. It turns out that a substance can become solid, due only to the effect of pressure? The answer is yes. Water can really become solid when simply compressed. Most likely, the thesis that liquids are incompressible will pop up in your memory here. This is precisely why liquid is used in hydraulic lines. But if you read the textbook carefully, it will say that the liquid is not incompressible, but practically incompressible. And you have no idea how practically important this is for physics.